another, another small one. And this one has lots of distress oxides. That one we don't know. That one is for edging. Oh, I do need that. I do need that. I take that back. I do need that. So let's put that there. Move everything else out of the way. Okie dokie. Let me get up to this. For this little beauty, we are making a little A6 card. So there is our card. Just a little A4 cut in half and then scrawled in half again to make our A6. So what we need to do is we need to create our inky background. So we are going to do that. Let's move that out of the way. I feel like, oh, I tell you, when we go off air, it's going to be a massive clear up. Okay, we are going to be using this All and Create stamp set, and I will be using this one and this one and this one and this one. The basically the ones I've taken out here. Okay, to create the background, and then I am using the lily die. Where's that? Oh, yeah, I've moved it out of the way. The Elizabeth Crafts day lilies. Now these are ones, and I have these in my garden as well, that they come out and they close up. So we're using the day lily die to create this, but everything is going to be cut from this one piece of card that we are about to create. So I'm going to move those there, move that over there, move that there. So for the moment, I'm just going to concentrate on these three distress oxides. So I'm just going to grab my my blending brushes, and I need one. Yes, right. So I've got my three blending brushes or my distress oxide. So all I want to do is to cover this card, and I'm going to start with the Fossilized Amber. Okay, so I'm going to literally just start inking and get some more ink on. I want this quite dense, if you like. I want it to be quite wet and movable for a while, because I want, once I add on some more colours, I want to be able to blend it. Now, I won't be able to get it the same as I did before. You never can. But I'm going to start with that rule of three. I'm going to start with 3 bits of our yellow, and that's Fossilized Amber. So then I have this orange, it's quite bright orange. This is Ripe Persimmon. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to overlap it a bit with the yellow. It's really, really bright. Here, and bring that up. There's no rules to this, just do it how you feel. And then I'm going to just go back in. Now, you might worry that the brushes get contaminated. It's bizarre, but they don't. It looks like I've got a bit of orange, but if I went in there now, it wouldn't contaminate my ink pad. So, so you can see that I'm getting a smoother edge, because the ink is doesn't sink straight down. That's the difference between oxides and distress inks. These sort of sit for longer. Now this red Crackling Campfire is not far off of the orange, and I chose it because I didn't want a complete contrast. I just wanted something that was going to take the colour down a bit more, but not sort of add a different kind of tone. It's still on the same kind of level, but you can see it's just a bit darker. This is did I go in the right one then? Doesn't look like it. This is one of the newer colours that has come out. I don't know whether this was this year or last year. Kind of lose track. So we're going to go in with a bit more yellow and get that blended in. And when I've done this, I am going to give it a little bit of a heat set because as you can see, I'm getting it on my fingers because the colour just sits for a while, which is great for this technique. But once we start doing things with it, we want it a little bit more set. Okay, so almost there. This one looks like it's going to be a bit more yellow than the one I did before, but that's okay. So I can put my blending brushes to one side, but I'm not putting my inks away. I am just going to give that a little bit of a blast just to dry it off a bit. Okay, so what I am going to do now is I am going to cut down a piece to fit on my card. So I'm going to look, and I think I might just, so I'll put these away, I might just fill that little bit in there because that's going to annoy me otherwise, and I kind of like that corner. I think we'll go with that corner there. I'm just going to turn it over and cut it. So I'm just going to cut this bit. And this bit is going to form the background here. So grab pain. Where did I put my line? Oh, for goodness sake. On the back, that's why, you donut. Oh, yeah. Put the mark on the back and try looking on the front. You're not going to find it, are you? No. Right. So that, you need that, so we're not throwing that bit away. This is right. So this bit, oh, I've got a bit of a raggedy edge there. I think the edge anyway. So right. So what I'm not too worried about the ink for the moment because we've got more inking to do. So now I want to use this stamp. The I think this is the hip. What am I using? Oh, this is the, so this is the At One with Nature set. So this is the Lily Flower, and I'm using that 100% natural, the Essence of Nature stamp as well. So I'm just going to grab a couple of plates. Now, my plates are all over the place, and quite honestly, I think I am missing some. So I am just going to grab some random plates. The reason I'm not too worried is because these are just going to be creating my backgrounds. So what I am going to do is I want to create a lovely background on here. When you are building up a background with ink, you want to start with the lighter colours. Now, sometimes if you're using like distress ink, that doesn't always work because they are very translucent and don't always stamp over. But if you look at that, you can see the yellow on there, and any excess I'm just going to stamp off on there. Actually I want a bit more. Let's put a little bit more on. So I'm going to use the same two stamps, and I'm going to use it with 3 different colour inks. Okay, right, so on that one I'm going to put some ripe persimmon on there now. See, that one's going to stand out more. Always work from, it doesn't matter if it's not all stamping, about creating textures. And that's why I also have put it on the end of the stamp, because I am just going to put a little bit more on over here. This is what we're going to cut our flowers from, so this is really just random. And we're going to do that. We need some crackling campfire as well. on this. Oh, I went over the right way. Goodness me. A little bit there. A little bit there. 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 And I'm just going to get rid of the rest of it over here. Okay. Right, so that is that stamp on there. Now I am going to use this 100% essence of nature, natural, the essence of nature. And again, it's going to be a little bit, get rid of it, a bit more on this bit. Like I said, this bit, it doesn't matter because we're cutting it up, but it just gives it a little bit of texture, makes it a little bit more interesting. So again, with the right persimmon, oh, upside down, not to worry. There we go. And then just a little bit with this, not too much. Put it out the right way this time. Just literally the end, and I'm just going to put the rest of it on there. Okay, right, so that's the main background done. I am then going to stamp. First of all, I am going to cut, or decide where I'm going to cut these lilies out of. Where did I put the dies? Oh, under there. Right, so I'm going to use a stem. So I'm going to go for a yellow one because that will stand out quite nicely against that. And then I'm going to use two of these on here. What am I doing? Ah, the joys, the joys. Okay, now I'm just going to check in my box as to what I've already got cut, so I don't need to worry too much. What have we got? Oh, okay, we do need a stamen, so I need a bit of black card as well. So I'm going to put these on there, and I'm going to tape them down. Is there anybody out there watching us still?
Several people watching.
Good, that's good.
Any questions you have, don't forget to ask Carole.
Please do, because I know I've been a little bit all over the place today. Right, so that's what I need to cut from there. I need a little bit of black card to cut the stamen. I'm going to grab that one and we're going to cut a little bit of black card with that. I have to cut that. This needs to go to the side. Bit of tape. And I am very aware of the amount of ink that is all over my mat. So I'm just going to keep persevering with it for the moment. In a minute, I probably will just give it a bit of a spritz and a wipe. So we are going to put this through and this through. While that's going through, I am just going to quickly spritz that. Okay, right. So, here we go. So there's our stem. Our stem, we've got one flower, we've got two, and we've got another, we've got a couple of leaves, a little bit of texture on. Okie dokie. Those over there. And then we've got our stamen. Now, on the one on here, I have edged everything in black, and I've decided this time I'm not going to. I'm just going to trim this off do that one where it got jagged. I'm not going to, because I see how it looks. Two different sort of versions. So that's our flower, and we need now to do a little bit of flower forming on that. So turn them over and just give them a little bit of a this. Okay, and then push them down in the middle. Now, I want the flower to sit up like that. Now, that one is edged in black, so I might have to edge the flower, but we'll see. So, this is how I did it. I glued oh, go on. You know you want to. No. Let's just go with a bit of glue gel because it's easier. And a bit of glue gel. There. Okay. Now, I'm going to roll this. And then I'm going to put more glue gel here. Now, at the moment, that flower is not going to dry like that. So, I came up with a solution. Bottom of an egg box. If you push it, and that's because I haven't got the acrylic glue. There you go. And you leave it to dry like that, you will get this shape. Okay, if you leave it to dry flat, it isn't going to happen. So I'm just going to leave that just while we are finishing the other bit. So I need to stamp the oh dear, what a messy crafter. What did I do with the stamp plate? Oh no, I've got them here. That's right, I put them all together because I wanted them all together. So this one I'm going to stamp onto here. I'm going to use my VersaFine to stamp onto there, onto this bit. And we're going to do it down in this corner. There we go. So that's stamped there. We are going to then stick, well, you've got to work now, glue. You've got to work for me. We're almost done. Almost done. One final push. Yes, well done. As if the glue is actually listening to me, but makes me feel better. There we go. So we're going to stick down. Okay. And then I'm going to put the stem. Like I said, I'm not going to edge this one. I know one of the flowers is edged, but so we've got our stem. We've got a couple of leaves. Yeah. And yeah. Okay. And now what we're going to do is the other one, it's not going to be completely dry, but it will at least have some of the shape. We are going to use glue gel, a big kind of ball of glue gel, to put those two in back to back. Okay, like that. Now this one isn't dry, but you get the idea. It's there, and then we finish with a little ribbon there, and then I'll show you how I did the At One with Nature. So let's put the ribbon there as though it's tied around the lilies. Okay, so the At One with Nature. We need our bit of card back, this one, and we'll go with this plate. It will do. Doesn't matter which order I put them on there because I'm going to cut them out anyway. And we are going to do our VersaFine. Right. Okay. As I said, it doesn't matter that I've got them in the wrong order. because I am going to do them. Now I'm going to go down there. So do I want a darker orange? Yeah, we'll go in the orange again. We'll go across that way. And I'll cut them out in a minute. Okay, so there's our At One with Nature. And I am literally going to get a pair of scissors. And I am going to just cut them out by eye. Doesn't matter if they're wonky. I'm not bothered by that at all. Okay, that's up one. Ooh, where did with go? Oh, with and nature. That. Because I haven't edged the other bit, I won't edge this either. So because I found it looked a bit strange with having That One with Nature and Lily, I put them over the word Lily. So nature is going there. With goes above it. Ooh, up the right way would help. With there's one. There's the final one. At That One with Nature. Okay, so slightly different to this one because I didn't edge everything. Gives it a different look, and also the background's always going to be different. But ooh, and I just squashed that down. Oh, perfect end.